Namaste, Tina Thrussell here with the Shin Dao, the way of the heart. So this morning I thought, whoa, time for Facebook Live. What on earth am I going to say? Well, I always turn to the 4 pillars of the Shin Dao and the 12 tenets when I'm looking for something to say. And the pillar of inspire your mind came to mind. So I grabbed a book off the shelf. It was Grace Soroko's book, Take the Step, the Bridge Will Be There. And one of the chapters is called, What Will They Say When You're Gone? And in it she says, one of the most powerful things she's ever done was write her eulogy. And a lot of people talk about that as a thing to do. You write your eulogy. Well, what will people say about you when you're gone? That is an indication of how you've lived your life, how much you're loved, what you've accomplished, what impact you made in the world. But the Passion Test, Janet Bray and Chris Atwood's book, The Passion Test, puts forward another version of that, and I love it so much more. It's what would they say at your 100th birthday? So, I don't know, it changes the feel of that somehow. Imagine that you are sitting there at your 100th birthday and your favorite person in the whole wide world is delivering this beautiful tribute to you in your life. What would they be saying about you? Write that speech from that perspective. And oh my goodness, see how that doesn't inspire you to want to be the best that you can be. And really, that is what living the Shin Dao is all about. It's about living from your heart, living from a place of making a positive difference in the world by being the best of who you are. Not by doing anything huge and great necessarily, but by being the love that you are, by being authentically genuine, by honoring your gifts and shining your light. That is how you make the difference in the world. I mean, some people are just awesome at digging ditches, and heck, they even like it. There's something meditative about that process. Just dig. They don't have to be thinking about what to say to people. They're doing their thing. And if they know that those ditches that they're digging are making other people's lives easier, then there can be a sense of fulfillment in doing that too. So it doesn't matter whether being great at what you do is being a great mom or a great politician or a great lawyer or a great healer. Being the best at what you do makes a difference in the world. And one way to do that is to think about your 100th birthday speech. I'm thinking it's time for me to rewrite mine. I wrote this many, many years ago, and I thought for fun it would be interesting to read it, except it's 2 pages long. This favorite relative of mine that's delivering my 100th birthday speech is very, very verbose, has a lot to say. But you know what? That's because I did a lot in my life. At my 100th birthday, I'm saying I lived a very full life, and I touched a lot of lives, and I did amazing things. And I need to pull this off the board every now and then, but once a year I read it. Not always at this time of year, but this is a great time of year as we, here in Canada anyway, head into winter when it's the time of sleep and quiet and reflection. It is a good time to reflect on our lives. As the new year approaches, we have the opportunity to look at what's coming ahead and what might be there. So I'm only going to read the first couple of paragraphs just to see where I'm at, and then I'll take it offline. Good morning, Patricia. I see that I wrote it on April 11th, 2011. So just a couple of days after my birthday 6 years ago, I wrote my 100th birthday speech. And imagine that I am writing this as my favorite niece. So this is my favorite niece speaking to me on my 100th birthday. I feel so honored to be giving this address to you all today. It's such a great privilege to be chosen as the one to express, on behalf of the whole world, the deep gratitude and appreciation we hold for this amazing woman seated before us in this beautiful natural space. It brings me unspeakable joy to share this celebration of her life in this beautiful green space, for it is here in nature that she and I feel most at home. And it is here in nature that we can all most easily feel the deep connection to all that we have, to easily know that we are one. I have been blessed to know Tina Thrussell all of my life. She has always been a source of unconditional love, wisdom, fun, and laughter to me. And I'm sure many of you feel the same way. Some of you are biologically related to Tina Thrussell, but most of you, just like me, are simply family by acceptance. Although she's not the biological sister of my birth mother, she is definitely my mother's sister, and I have called her Auntie from the first moment I could speak her name. I know many of you hold her as Auntie in your hearts too, for she and Uncle Neil have always held their hearts and home open to anyone and everyone who comes their way. Their deep compassion and capacity to hold love knows no boundaries. The world is their family. That in itself is a huge achievement in their lives, and yet it only scratches the surface of what we are here to acknowledge today. Wow. I had a pretty cool vision of what I might be like at my 100th birthday, and it goes on. So I hope that reading that little bit inspires you to sit down and take a look at what would you want people to say about you on your 100th birthday. It gives you something to live towards, and I assure you that that will take you into the path of living the way of the heart, of living a life of compassionate, loving goodness. So thanks for tuning in, Patricia, and whoever else is watching live. Feel free to share this video with others so that they may be inspired to find the joy in looking at what the potential for their lives can be. And if you're really interested in taking a deeper look and taking steps to shine that inner light of yours, to be that person that everybody appreciates and admires, then consider joining us in the path of the Shin Dao. We have an amazing process for transformation that we are launching in the new year. And the first weekend will be the last weekend in February, where we have an intensive weekend of bringing a small group of people together to go deep at looking at who they are and what they want to do with their lives. And it will be an amazing journey. The White Belt is a 2-month process, and it's deep, it's profound, it's interactive, and yes, it can even be fun. So we invite you to take a look. Go to shindao.com, go to the store, look at the White Belt, and see what we're talking about. Or give me a call. I would love to talk to you about it. 403-285-5266. And at the least, get cracking on writing that 100th birthday speech. Love you. Thank you for sharing. Namaste.